So it's been a while since I made a video. Admittedly, that is indeed my fault. It couldn't be anyone else's. But regardless, we're here to talk about what or who is the best character in Street Fighter 6 right now. Now, obviously, based on like the thumbnail and the character on screen, you obviously know I'm leaning towards JP. But is that really true? How I've been feeling about the game is that a lot of people have been basing who is the best character completely on the fact that a character has won EVO or at least a tournament. Now, of course, you'd be saying like, oh, why would you even think that? Of course, results based is always important, and look how often this character is being used. Granted, is the character easy? I would say yes. Is the character getting a lot of results right now? I would also agree. However, that should not be your only marker. People feel as though JP is in a spot where he is basically almost impossible to deal with. Anyone who plays the character is scum, and OD Amnesia needs to go. Alright? I am of the opinion that OD Amnesia, although very annoying indeed, can also be worked around quite a bit. The only side part is that I know, say it ain't so, you're gonna actually have to put in a little bit of work, a little bit of lab time, or at least do your research.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But I get it. Research, can be hard. And the character's won, and the character is being used a lot right now. But the thing is that metas tend to change with learning new things about the game or learning certain weaknesses about the character, right? So to say that JP is the best in the game currently, I'm not of that opinion. I'm more so leaning towards Ken. Ken feels like a more solid all-rounder to me. He seems like he definitely has everything that he needs to succeed. You might argue JP has the same, but I also do feel like JP is not actually, it's not the worst thing in the world. His options and the things he gets doesn't really do it to you like Ken can. Ken, one combo, very little commitment, very little resources can take you to the corner. From the corner, you're going straight through it. It's a terrible time. And then, GG's. With JP, he has to get a bunch of hits. And sometimes, granted, if he gets the correct hit, he can cash out for pretty big damage. But these are on select hits, right? The rest of it is him sending you full screen into zoning, which, quite frankly, if you haven't played any NRS games, and if you haven't played any NRS games, it's probably pretty rough for you. But if you played other games, it's not the worst thing in the world. It really isn't that bad. But of course, I know in the comment section people are gonna blow me up. And if you have your differing opinions, you're more than welcome to share them with me. However, I doubt you're really going to change my mind, which is fine too, right? We're both entitled to our own opinions. But suffice to say, to feel as though JP is the strongest character in the game, I just don't think that's true. Sure, he has the disjoint, but to be honest with you, there are other glaring aspects of the character that I feel can, they suffer a little bit. That being outside of OD Amnesia, which honestly you treat and bait like a DP, it's not really, his defensive options aren't really all that, outstanding. So you can really body him once he's in the corner. People are like, oh, OD Amnesia, OD Amnesia. Once you understand how to deal with it, aka labbing the character, you learn that, okay, you know what, I actually have options. I actually have plus frames after they do OD Amnesia, and if I jab him, right, I have options. Granted, these options differ from character to character, but regardless, those options are there. So now my question to you all is, how do you determine a character that is top 1? Also, do you feel as though JP is the number 1 in the game? And if so, why? Leave in the comments below. Let me know why you think the way you think. And if you gonna just be like, you're stupid, JP best, and JP best because zoning and amnesia, do it. Live your best life, but at the end of the day, you're not solving any issues. You're not really showing me why the character is the best in the game, right? I'm just curious as to why JP is the best, even though he has solid things about him. He's a good character for sure, but top one I feel is reserved for someone who is just so unbelievably solid in every matchup and just generally just doesn't struggle at all. And I feel like Ken really makes that or fits that bill. He's just so good, plays the game at an amazing pace. All of his options, everything is good, from Dragon Lash to Fireball to DP to combos to corner carry. All of it is good. But that's just how I feel. Again, leave in the comments below how you feel about it. I am out of here.